Good morning. I wanted to do a quick video on something that was kind of bothering me or annoying me. As I spin up these projects for these videos, sometimes I have to tear things down, change branches, and I'm constantly having to reset my database and then re-enter my first user and enter some of my global settings, and I have to kind of go into the admin panel quite frequently, over and over again, having to re-enter all this stuff. And so that was getting to be kind of tedious and annoying. So I noticed in the template, one of the templates that is provided by Payload comes with it's the website template, and it comes with a seeder. They call it a database seeder, and it's in the UI when you first log in on the main dashboard page of the admin panel. There's a little custom component that they added to the admin panel, and on there's a button or link that you can click, and what it'll do is it'll seed up your database with pages and posts and all of this stuff. But even then, you still have to create your first user. So, and I got tired of doing that even. So, and then the other thing is, I didn't like having to do the seeder in the UI itself. I prefer to do database seeding on the command line. If you notice, Payload does have some CLI tools for migrating the database, refreshing the database, but it doesn't include anything for seeding, and I would actually prefer the seeder to be on the command line. And so if we take a look at the code, I created a new package JSON script called dbseed. But dbseed runs a bun script, and I'm currently just using bun because I wanted to be able to run TypeScript on the command line. And I guess you could do that with Node, but I was running bun, so you can do that too, or you can try something else if you like this pattern. But so I created a TypeScript file for bun to run on the command line. Basically, it allows me to do something like npm run, or in my case, I like pnpm, doesn't matter, and then db seed, and that's it. So what it does is I can clear my database out. So what we're looking at here is my view into my Postgres database, looking at the users table. And what I do what I often do when I'm running these videos is I'll switch branches, and I'll have to start over. I like to refresh the database to kind of get started over again. And so what I would usually run is the payload migrate fresh command. This is going to drop the database. Do you want to proceed? Yes. Okay, now if I go back to my database view, you can see if I refresh this, the tables are all gone. Everything's gone. It's a clear database. And what this means is now I usually, in order to get it refreshed, what I have to do is I have to go to the browser, and then I have to open up the admin panel, and then the Payload app will then detect that I don't have my database tables instantiated yet, and then it asks me to create my first user. I don't particularly like that flow, and so I created these seeder commands to be able to manage that through the command line, rather than having to go to the admin panel itself. So now all I have to do is run pnpm db seed, and hopefully, and there we go. We have our users. Here's my first user. We have media. We even have media, and we have my general settings. So yeah, so that's, to me, that's a better process, better flow. I don't have to go into the admin panel or anything like that. But now let me walk you through the code to be able to do that. So let's take a look. So again, we have this new package JSON script that runs this seed.ts file. It's under source db seed. I have a master sort of function that then will allow me to run any kind of seeder that you want. And so if you go into here, you can see, so basically I get the payload instance, and then I just go through and I delete all the users, and then I just create my first user. Users collection, and here's my first user, password, and that's it for the user seeder. Then in general settings, some of it's a little bit complicated for seeder, but the idea is simple, and that is first I create, because part of my global settings I have a logo, so I need to fetch that logo from, to be able to get the content of that logo, and then some properties of the logo, and then the actual I have to add the logo to the media, and then create my media, and then once I have the logo in the media, I have an ID associated with that media object, and then because it's a related field, relationship field to the media in my general settings, I can just pass it the ID. But now all of this stuff is done through the command line very quickly, and yeah, and so then I can get going much faster. So all of this is going to be in my repo and linked in the description, so go ahead and check that out. Most of the seeding here that you see here is really just copied from Payload's website template. They do a lot of seeding, but again, they don't do it through the command line. They just do it through the UI, and I didn't want to do that. So, but if you need more information on creating seeders and that kind of stuff, you can use their example template on how they do that. But then for this, if you want to do it through the command line, using bun, or you may try something else if you want, go ahead and follow my example in my repo linked in the description. Okay. All right. Thanks. That was it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.